and y'all saw this girl, beautiful girl, getting dragged down through the Intercontinental, down the hallway, shit. Boy, back in the day, if lynch mobs was a thing, they would have came and got Puffy. And the judge is talking about it here. The judge says this includes video footage from 2016 and text messages between Puffy and I said her name. She's not Sierra. What's her name? I blanked out on her name. What's her name? So the judge is saying, I have seen footage and I've seen text messages between Combs and Cassie. What does this one say? And remember, guys, and y'all see this black right here. Some of this stuff has been blacked out. The defense said, we've got text messages that show that what you think you saw in that hotel was not what you really saw.
Diddy need to be ashamed. I'm so glad that his bail was denied. And now he's trying to switch it up. He's trying to switch it up and say that even though he threw the vase, that he was trying to only throw the contents of the vase. Now, he done got caught up through text messages that he has sent to Miss Ventura. He done got caught up. He done dug his own grave. And I am so glad that his bail was denied.
This is like, I'm bloodied, I'm bruised, crazy bruising. You're sick for what you did. And to be fair, to go, and this is what the government is saying. The government is saying this was not consensual. This is not just play. Does anybody remember what Puffy did once this stuff hit? Yes, he dismissed the lawsuit, but he did, if I'm being honest with you, our man apologized, right?
And we all know that apology was weak. It was very weak. He didn't seem like he was sincere. And I believe the only reason why he apologized is because he got caught. Not that he was really sorry about the whole thing. My whole thing is, how can you have female children? How can you have female children and do this to another woman? Okay, you got female children. P. Diddy said he was raised by his grandmother and his mother. So how are you going out here putting your hands on somebody else's female child? That's what I don't understand about P. Diddy.
Said that he was basically at one of Diddy's events. He was basically bodyguarding a model, a woman. And he said that this woman, he claims, was given something in her drink. He says that everybody around him was acting like it was normal, telling him to relax, it's all good, this is normal. And he said he started tripping. He said he was like, nah, this ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? And he said one thing went another way. And he said that he basically got assaulted with a bottle and I guess he got split open and had to get stitches. He said he sent some of those guys got sent to the hospital too. And he said those were Diddy guys who did that to him because he was defending that woman.
Now, finally, we got somebody who came to the aid of this young lady. He came to her defense, because if he did not come to her defense, God only knows what would have happened to this young lady.
Because you were a bodyguard to somebody that went to some of his parties, correct?
Yes, sir. That's exactly how it happened.
And were you at a lot of these freak-offs, I guess we got to call them?
So here's the thing. I only been to 3 of his events. Now, when the first part of the event is a normal socializing mixer, upscale, the who's who is there, it's normal. But when you see the guy come out with the black suit and he's collecting everyone's cell phone and then inviting them to another party, which I say it's layers to it. They're inviting you to another part of the party where everybody cannot go. You see, so then that's when discrepancies start to take place, because my business is predicated on protecting women mostly, because you know how dudes are with a lot of money, like they can straddle the fence. So once ladies in the industry know, like, he's got integrity, he can't be bald, stuff like that, you get booked a lot.
So if you paid a close attention to what he said, there was actually 2 parties, okay? Everybody was invited to the first party. However, you would not be invited to the second party unless you were chose, okay? And because he had integrity, he was booked a lot to these parties because he was there to protect the women.
He's got integrity, he can't be bald, stuff like that. You get booked a lot. So one instance, I was with a lady, and she on the cover of the Gucci magazine. Beautiful lady, a real runway model. And oftentimes, when you're doing close protection work for a model, where they barely get to eat at all. And when they do eat, like they'll get like the nutrients out of it. They'll chew a grape, but they won't swallow the grape.
Now that's sad. So basically what he's saying is that these models who come to these parties, or these models, period, who are in the modeling industry, they are not eating the food. They're just chewing up the food, and then they would not swallow it. They just turn around and spit it out in order to keep their weight down. Sad.
They're trying to maintain their figure. Yeah.
So, one glass of wine to that person, she's going to get drunk fast.
Right.
So, my job, you got to monitor those things. And a situation took place where it was a couple of us, and there's 4 of us total, 3 ladies, the principal and her 2 buddies. They sipped something, and they started getting sick.
And this was the woman you were protecting. You were her security. Yes.
Yeah. So, my antennas go up. It led to a confrontation because I noticed that certain people knew what was going on. And the guy told me to relax, it's normal. No, this is not normal. Y'all don't know who y'all got here today. And, it led to a confrontation. I ended up getting hit with a bottle, get stitches. A couple guys had to go to the hospital, stuff like that. I'm here today.
So due to the fact he was not a sellout, he was there to protect the women, and that's exactly what he did. He had integrity. They gave these women something to drink, and inside the drink was making these women sick. Okay, they were probably getting real sedated. Okay, that's what P. Diddy and his crew wanted in order to possibly rape one of the girls later on that evening. Okay, but because he had integrity and he stood up for it, that didn't go down that night. However, P. Diddy's crew attempted to beat him up.
This successful rapper and entrepreneur has had multiple stage names throughout his career. And today we're taking a look at the life and career of Sean Diddy Combs.
There are so many witnesses. There are so many victims.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
You try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners.
I keep everything right here.
And that's what I don't understand about P. Diddy. How is it that you are physically putting your hand on another woman when you have women children? You have young female women children, and you know you wouldn't want anybody to do that to your female child, but you okay with doing that to somebody else's child. That's what I don't understand. He has already messed up the lives of Usher and Justin Bieber. He's already messed up the life. They don't even want to fool around with him. Okay. And I am so glad that the bail has been denied for Mr. P. Diddy. Okay. I believe, guys, he is going to get a lot of time for all this stuff that he has done in his musical career.